What's going on YouTube? It's Ronnie Pugs here, and I'm back again with another video on my channel. This is actually the first top 10 list on my channel, and it's going to be the top 10 suits I want to see in Spider-Man PS4. So one of my favorite parts of any Spider-Man game is the alternate costumes we can pick and choose from. We've gotten Spider-Man games with tons of alternate costumes, and some with none at all. Luckily, it's been confirmed that there will be other costume choices in the game. Also, I just found out this morning that we're going to be able to customize the suits in Spider-Man PS4. That's real cool because that's the first time we've been able to do that in a Spider-Man game, and it's real creative. I think it will be fun to make my own Spider-Man suit and get to use it in the game. So before I get into the top 10, I want to share my two honorable mentions with you guys. The first honorable mention spot goes to the classic Spider-Man suit. This does not need to be on a top 10 list. You know this is guaranteed to be in the game. I wouldn't even make this suit unlockable. It'd be like in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, where you can use the first movie suit after beating the first level. So my second honorable mention, I'm actually going to make this a pre-order bonus or a DLC pack, and that is every movie suit we've gotten throughout the 6 Spider-Man films, and that includes the homemade suits. I think it's possible we get these suits in the game because it's a Sony game, and these are from Sony movies. We even got to use the Sam Raimi suits in the Amazing Spider-Man game. Also, the costume in Spider-Man PS4 takes elements from the past movie suits. Alright, so now that I've got my two honorable mentions out of the way, let's get into the actual list. My top 10 suits I want to see in Spider-Man PS4. Alright, so coming in at number 10, I have the all-new, all-different Spider-Man costume. Now, I picked this suit because it'd be a Spider-Man game first. It's what he currently wears in the comics last time I checked, and it's also designed by one of my favorite artists, Alex Ross. I just think this will be a cool suit. It's new, but it's still Spider-Man. I think it'd especially be cool to use the suit free roaming around at night because of the green glow the suit has. Alright, so coming in at number 9, I also have an all-new, all-different suit, and that is the Spider-Man 2099 costume. So just like my previous pick, I picked this suit because it's new and it'd be a first for a Spider-Man game. I honestly like this more than the classic 2099 costume. It's a modern update to an already good Spider-Man suit. I also like this because it has a color combination we rarely see with Spider-Man suits. Anyways, let's get into the next pick. Now my number 8 pick is actually not a suit at all, but a Peter Parker character model. I picked this because I just think it'd be cool to free roam around the city as a side of Spider-Man not really explored in the past games. You can even make your own story depending on how you play the game, like a day in the life situation. Now, you might think, how would you be able to swing around the city without your identity being revealed? But if you played the older Spider-Man games, you know the characters still see you as if you were wearing the default Spider-Man suit, like in Ultimate Spider-Man and the first Spider-Man movie game for the PS2. I even think Edge of Time had a Peter Parker skin, but I haven't played that game, so correct me if I'm wrong. So my 8th pick is an option to play as Peter Parker. Now let's move on to the 7th pick. Alright, my number 7 pick is going to be the Spider-Man Noir costume. I've liked this suit and version of Spider-Man ever since I played Shattered Dimensions. It's not really a costume you'd expect Spider-Man to wear, and I also think the suit will be good during stealth parts of the gameplay. So at number 7, I have the Spider-Man Noir costume. Now let's get into the last pick of the bottom 5. So at number 6, I have the Iron Spider costume. Now I picked the Iron Spider because after the success of Homecoming and the tease we got at the end, this suit is going to gain a lot more popularity. I wasn't that big of a fan of this suit in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but I do like this suit and I'm hoping we can see it again in the game. This would especially be cool if we saw other Marvel characters in the game. So now that we've covered the bottom 5 suits, let's get into the top 5. Alright, so starting off the top 5, I have the original Superior Spider-Man suit. Now I picked this over the second Superior Spider-Man suit because this would be a game first, and we just saw the second Superior Spider-Man suit in the most recent Spider-Man game released. Now, I like this suit more than the classic Spider-Man costume. This is classic Spider-Man with minor improvements that make it look great. I love the way red and black looks on Spider-Man's costume. I like the way the belt looks. I'm a fan of how the red part in the suit doesn't extend all the way down the sleeves. I'm a fan of the web pattern on the mask as well as the lenses, and I'm also a huge fan of the spider symbol on the back. So coming in at number 5, I have the original Superior Spider-Man costume. Now let's get on to number 4. So coming in at number 4, I have the classic Symbiote costume. Now, this is so high up on my list because it's a classic Spider-Man suit and it's just as iconic as Spider-Man's original costume. Now the thing about this suit is that I actually want it to be black and white. In Spider-Man PS4 it was dark blue, and Web of Shadows it was purple, and in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game it looked dark gray to me. I want this suit to actually be black and white. I think this will be one of the coolest suits to use in the stealth parts of the game, so with that, let's move on to the top 3. Alright, so coming in at number 3, I have the Ben Reilly Spider-Man costume. This is so high up on my list because I love the way this suit looks. I'd rank it above the classic Spider-Man costume. Also, my elementary school only had Spider-Girl books for some reason, and this is the suit that May Parker uses, so it's one of the first alternate Spider-Man suits I was ever introduced to. I don't really remember seeing this suit in a lot of Spider-Man games. I know Spider-Man PS1 had it, and so did Edge of Time, but I never played Edge of Time. But honestly, those are the only 2 games I can think of that have had this suit. I like this suit so much because it's a modern take on a classic suit done right. I love how the torso wraps all the way around. I like the web shooters and gloves, and overall I think it's a really good looking design. Also, this was my pick for the MCU suit way before we saw what it looked like in Civil War. And just recently, concept art from Spider-Man Homecoming came out featuring a suit that looked exactly like this. Hopefully one day we can see it on the big screen, and hopefully we can see it in this game. So at number 3 I have the Ben Reilly Spider-Man costume. Now let's move on to number 2. So at number 2 I have another suit from Ben Reilly coming in, and that is the original Scarlet Spider. I love this suit because it embodies everything Spider-Man is about. He's relatable. This looks like something anybody could make, and we even got a more realistic version of this in Homecoming. I remember being able to use this in Shattered Dimensions, and it was just in LEGO Avengers, but I want to see this in a fully free-roaming Spider-Man game. Also, something we haven't seen in a Spider-Man game before is a version of this suit with the hood up. I'd like there to be an option where we can put the hood up or the hood down. So coming in at number 2, I have the original Scarlet Spider. Now let's get on to the number 1 pick. Alright, so coming in at number 1, I have a suit that's only been in 2 Spider-Man games before and has never been in a free-roaming Spider-Man game, and that is the original Alex Ross suit design. This was the first alternate Spider-Man costume I was introduced to from playing the Spider-Man movie game on the Xbox. We almost saw this in the original Spider-Man movie, and this was my favorite Spider-Man suit before the homemade suit in Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, I like this suit because, like I said before, I love the way red and black looks on a Spider-Man costume. I'm a fan of the web shooters on the outside of the suit, and overall I think the suit looks a lot cleaner than the second superior Spider-Man suit. I just think the suit would be cool to have in the game because we haven't really seen it in past Spider-Man games, and it's a suit that not a lot of people know about. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Did I include some of your favorites? Let me know in the comments down below what suits you want to see in Spider-Man PS4. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again in my next video.